first video of from the cab of the new box truck. It's going to be kind of a test to see how loud it is. Can you hear me on these videos? Especially once I get going. But whether or not I can make videos in it really isn't the point. The point is that I have a new box truck that hopefully will last me a few years. Or new to me, it's used. And it is, hopefully it does what we need for the business. It hauls the stuff around. Hopefully I can get stuff up and down the ramp easy, because if not, I won't be able to use it until I can get a lift gate on it. It did not have a lift gate, which I really wanted, but I couldn't find one within a reasonable driving distance that was a good motor and transmission. Was within my price range. My maximum budget was $6,000 because that's what I had, and I really didn't want a payment. And this one was $61.70 out the door, and that included, the guy did quite a bit of work on it actually. You know, fixing little issues like until it shifts. You'd think I was driving a Camaro or something, but anyway, did a little bit of work on it. Like they had bought it at an auction, and so they didn't have keys for it, so they replaced the ignition cylinder. So I got new keys for that, and they had a locksmith make a key for the doors, and they replaced a headlight that wasn't working. And the ramp was missing, so he got a ramp from another truck that he had at his dealership, and put the ramp in there, because I told him, I said, the truck's no good to me if I can't get stuff in and out of it on carts. So he did that. They replaced the transmission cooler. The transmission fluid has been replaced. So it's a 2003 Ford with a 5.4 gas, and it's got 92,539 miles on it right now. All the gauges work. The AC works and is cooling it down pretty quickly, which is nice, because it's, even though it's October 11th in Texas, where I'm at, it is still 95 degrees today, but that AC seems to be working really good. I'm really liking it, so that's good. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good truck. May not be a good truck for me to make videos in. We shall have to see. I may not be making as many videos in the truck, which will be too bad, because that's kind of where I have time to think and share what's going on in the business. But today I did a delivery for the major university that's here in my city. had to deliver them is this little courtyard that it's kind of, you know, down a ramp and around the corner, and at the bottom there's this little tiny unloading area that's about the size of 6 regular parking places, and I had to go down there with my pickup and trailer, and you know, I could get out, but you know, I had to back up and go forward, that kind of thing with the trailer about 6 times to get it turned around. And with this, I'll only have to do maybe more like a 3-point turn, so I'll be able to get in and out of a lot of places with this truck that I can't with the trailer. Maybe I can find a way to put the phone a little closer to my face. Anyway, so that's the new box truck. Yeah, my budget was $6,500, and this was $6,170 out the door, including all the work that they did on it, and the tax, title, license, that kind of thing. And of course, it was about $175 to get the insurance started. But of course, you got to have insurance. And it's going to cost me $148 a month for insurance. It would have been slightly cheaper if I'd have just paid everything up front, but with buying the truck outright and not having a payment on it, I just wasn't comfortable with the amount that it would have left me in the company bank account if I had just paid for a year outright on the insurance. So maybe next year I'll be able to do that. I think probably by the end of the month I get another check or two in from a couple of my bigger companies that owe me, which, by the way, there's 2 companies, actually 2 entities I should say, that I allow to not pay me right away. The major university, because they have their PO system and they have to do direct deposit and that kind of thing, and they've got up to 15 days to give me the money. This one retailer here in town that I rent tents to all the time for their parking lot sales, and when I set the tents up is usually kind of after hours, so there's nobody there to pay me, so I have to submit an invoice to their main office, and they get a check to me pretty quick. So anyway, but I just didn't feel like I had enough to run the company with enough of a margin in case something happened in the bank account if I paid for the whole year of insurance ahead of time. So I'll be making monthly payments on that, but I'm not making monthly payments on the truck, and that's what I really wanted to avoid, having a monthly payment on the truck and the insurance and that kind of thing. And this sounds like a semi, but it's really not that bad to drive. Back when I used to be a youth minister, we would haul kids around in 15-passenger vans all the time, and this feels about the same as driving one of those 15-passenger vans. And it actually kind of is. It's the same. The cab is the same as one of those vans just chopped off. The box is 10 feet wide, and I believe it is 16 feet long. And my little enclosed trailer that we were using was 6 feet wide and 10 feet long, so it's much bigger and it's much taller. This is 7 foot tall. That little trailer was 6 feet tall, and the door was only like 5.5 feet tall, the entrance, and I kept hitting my head on that, and so did some of the guys that have worked for me temporarily or part-time. So that's nice. We won't be dealing with that. So yeah, I'm excited about it. It's not the greatest truck in the world, but it's not the worst by any means. I think it's a good truck that'll last me for a little while. Parts are available if I do have to have any work done on it if it breaks down. And yeah. So I'm just pulling into the warehouse now, and I'll have to get out and get back in my wife's car. She's going to take me back home where my pickup and the enclosed trailer are, so I can bring that back out here, so I'm not stuck out here. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm excited. This is a major growth step in my company. Like I made the video before, where I was just talking about it, that I was going from, they went from using a pickup to and a pickup with an enclosed trailer to a box truck, and this is a major step. It's going to allow me to haul more. It's something that's in the company's name instead of mine, so there's less liability risk, and it is, you know, it belongs to the company, and it's going to allow the company to grow, so I'm really excited about it.